Well, folks, we're back. I hope you got a couple of cans of beer and
Pop some
some
popcorn.
and you're ready to go.
Got
And
the
we're-
peanuts, chips,
now-
whatever.
I prefer Jack Daniels, so if anybody wants to
What?
maybe supply us with a nice,
Yeah, send us a bottle.
yeah, we can set it here.
Do you know that August 2nd is International Beer Day?
No.
Yep.
Well, I'm going
Yeah.
to do something about that.
And what beer?
And here we are, you and I, unable to drink.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to Plain Ridge tomorrow. So.
You're going to have to take up the slack.
I can handle it.
There you go.
I can pick up.
Did
for
you know tomorrow's National Donut Day?
Big shoulders.
Wow. I didn't. You know what? I really like donuts.
I do too.
I like the chocolate glazed ones.
I like any of them.
That's
Yeah.
mine too. Is the chocolate glazed.
And
yeah.
you know what? I like the plain ones, but not Dunkin' Donuts. They're too small. I like the big ones. And I cut them in half and put peanut butter on them.
Oh dear.
On
It's like
the
a Reese's
edge.
peanut butter cup donut.
Yeah.
But now you donut man, both go to BJ's,
Yep.
and they've got donut holes, a big
Oh,
bucket
yeah.
of them, about this big.
Yeah.
They're made in Canada, and they're the cake donut. They got the plain ones,
Yeah.
the cinnamon and the thing. Every time I go there, I said, no, I'm not going to buy them. Not going to buy them. You got to walk right by the damn display when you go to the checkout.
Of course you do.
And somehow my arm goes down there and picks that big bucket up, and I can't say, no, don't.
So what you've developed a habit.
I got more than a habit, I
Yeah.
think. I got an addiction.
Yeah.
But they are so good. You can't, and then you get them home and you think, well, I'm only going to eat 5.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
try 5 more.
Yeah. Right. Uh huh.
Then I'll try 5 more.
Tastes really good with that cup of coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, we'll come to that. Dwayne's favorite spot in our show. It's called Ask Dwayne.
That's it. I'm out of here.
And
This is a
Nope.
would you rather.
And we are going to put your feet to the fire.
Oh no! Don't do that.
So here it is.
Okay.
Cake or pie for breakfast?
Oh, breakfast
Yeah.
pie.
Fruit pie.
Be friends with a witch or a fairy?
Wait a minute. We need some definition here.
I'm not going there.
Wait a minute. If this is the kind of fairy that can grant wishes,
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's a safe answer.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paper planners or electronic planners?
God, I don't use either one of them. Paper, because I'm terrible.
I'm a
with
tech
electronics.
guy all the way.
All right. Sleep with a teddy bear or a security blanket?
Security blanket.
That's her name.
Plus, if it's cold, that teddy bear ain't gonna help you much.
Give up French fries or cheeseburgers?
You couldn't come up with broccoli or something in there. French fries or cheeseburgers. I'll give up the French fries.
Burgers.
Hot tub or pool?
Hot tub.
Tub.
Yep. Be woken up by beeping or music?
Music.
Music all the way.
Take a shower at night or in the morning?
Oh boy, that's in the morning now, but that wasn't always the case.
AM.
Because you got I always say you got 2 kinds of jobs. The jobs where you take a shower when you get home from work, or you take it in the morning before you go.
Yeah.
And I've had both kind of jobs. My mother didn't want to let me in the house until I got in the shower. It's so
Also-
dirty and stinking. And
Depends on
Yeah.
what kind of shift you work too.
yeah,
It depends on what your plans are for the night, too.
yeah, that's true.
Wash the dishes or clean the toilet?
Oh Jesus, 2 areas of contention in our house. Good thing she doesn't watch this.
She doesn't watch.
Wash the dishes. I'm going to say the toilet because I can get by it through that real fast.
Clorox,
Yeah.
bleach right in it. Yeah, me too.
Always the toilet.
Exercise in the morning or the evening?
Every time leap year day comes around, I'll consider that. In the morning. I'm still a morning person.
What are we considering evening? After 12?
No, that's the afternoon. The evening is
Well-
after supper.
Since I'm retired, I can do it in the afternoon, so I guess we'll go evening. I'm a walking guy.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I do the walk-in is after supper. Or before supper, depends what the bride is. Yeah, I do. Go fishing or go hunting?
Now fishing.
Boy, it's been forever. Fishing.
I don't have any guns.
Watch football on TV or live at the stadium?
Oh, on TV.
I gave up.
There is no
The politics got
seats
in the way
in
and I
these-
gave up.
No seats in any of these sport events that's as good as today's TV.
Right.
I'm 9 days older than the Patriots.
Oh yeah,
I am.
Or is comfortable.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And the bathroom is close and you don't have to stand in line.
That's right.
And
It's
when
not
the
a $15 beer.
That's right.
And-
That's the
and-
next one.
Yeah. And when the game is over,
You're home.
yep. And you can go to bed.
That's right.
You're not waiting in line for traffic or
right.
anything. Yep.
Whipped cream or hot fudge?
Hot fudge.
I can make my own whipped cream. I love it.
Okay. Meet a vampire or a zombie?
Vampire.
Yeah.
They're brain dead. What do they care?
Well, the vampire is going to suck your blood. The
Well,
zombie is the Walking Dead.
Well,
He's going to eat your brain.
You've had
Yeah.
a hickey before, so sure. Okay, yeah.
Have a maid or a chauffeur?
Oh, chauffeur.
Maid.
Yeah, I'd go for the maid too. Susie
I am a
doesn't
chauffeur.
Watch. Susie doesn't watch the show. Hot sandwiches or cold sandwiches?
Probably cold.
Open-faced, hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the hot ones. Raised chickens or pigs?
Chickens.
Chickens. Where did you get this stuff?
Grow corn or soybeans?
So good.
Oh, soybeans. No question about it.
I'd rather have corn.
It,
Live in a big city or a small town?
small town.
This is the best.
Small town, yeah. Where do I get these? I bought a book called 3001
Questions.
Either or.
Right.
And
Did you answer them all yet?
oh no, God, I'm only up to I don't know, not even halfway through.
That's kind of a little, I mean, they could get into really ridiculous kind of questions.
Yeah, there are lots. Some of them I have to leave out.
Yeah.
That soybean and corn, that soybeans are going to be worth a lot of, well, they've been the last 2 years worth a lot of money. But this year, I think they're going to be,
Oh, you're thinking about money. You're not thinking about food. Okay.
oh, you don't eat soybeans. Well, you can. You can make soy out of them, a
Right,
protein
yeah.
powder, but you don't.
Soy
They-
burgers, they
Yeah.
do all kinds of stuff with them.
They're mostly animal food.
Yeah, well, it's used in food
Well, that's a Bill
processing.
Gates thing. He's transferring everything over to soybean.
Oh my God, soybeans are going to be.
Well, the soybeans, I have stock in ADM, Archer Daniels Midland, and the stock is way down because corn and soybeans prices are down. And they're the biggest
That's the
corn processor in the country.
Where I come from, that's where everybody has gone to is corn and soybeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rarely see any oats anymore. You see some hay, but Monica just talked to one of her roommates who go farm. They just put in 3,000 acres of soybeans, so they're betting big on it this year.
What's going to happen to the horses? We're going to no longer have horses? Because hay is going by the wayside. It really is.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, hay is more of a dairy crop anyway for dairy. The horse population is doesn't amount to much in this country.
A German term, Weltschmerz, Weltschmerz, a man excessively devoted or submissive to a wife. Has anybody called you something like that?
No,
They wouldn't dare, huh?
I've been called a lot of stuff, but not that.
We're not in Germany.
That's it. There's the answer to that.
I'm German, but I've never heard it.
All right. The electorate must be educated and informed. Okay, that's right in our Constitution. We talk about that. Only 21% of Chicago 8th graders are proficient in reading. And I would guess that being informed is a lost cause. I mean, if they can't read, so by extension, would you say to someone, if you can't read, if you choose not to read, then you're giving up your right to vote. You are not informed.
Yeah, well, that 21%, that doesn't shock me.
No.
Not today anymore. Hell, 22, 23% of the population can't pass the military exam. 25% can't.
How about the
No,
percent-
25, only 25% could
Okay.
pass it right
And
now.
how about the percentage that fail the physical?
Yeah.
I think it's the failure of the family unit.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
this-
well,
yeah.
that's, we've got,
There's
we've
no
gone
such thing as that
round and
anymore.
round on that.
What's
Yeah.
divorce at? Something like 70-something% or something? Divorce rate?
Yeah. Well, it's
It's high.
because the marriage rate is down. They shack up now.
Right. Yeah.
The divorce rate is down. Believe it or
Right,
not.
yeah, that makes sense,
It's down
sure.
in the 50%
Right.
range. But I mean, couples split up all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess what I'm getting at is we've got people in this country that go and vote that don't understand what the hell they're doing.
No, they don't care either.
And
just
they don't care.
No, no.
And I wish the hell they wouldn't vote.
Well, and that's I've been mentioning that in my Facebook posts on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You have X amount of days left till election day. Do your homework.
Yeah.
Learn your candidates. Know who they are. Find out if they're what you want to run the country or to run your town or to run the Senate, whatever, you know?
And this is a perfect example where we live. No, I don't mean Norfolk. I mean Massachusetts.
Yeah.
You get Dorchester or any of them
Inner city.
inner city
suburb, yeah.
suburbs. There are people there that have never voted for anybody that didn't have a D behind their
They
name.
don't care less.
They don't even know who they are.
Right.
They simply go down D, 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 D,
Right.
D. They've done that. They did it. The parents did it. The grandparents
They were
did it.
trained.
Their grandparents did it. So to
was
them, the voting
inbred.
is just a matter of checking them off.
And also, there's also people that my union steward said, "This is the guy you vote for,"
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and they're what do I care? You know, after work, I down 6 beers and then go home and
Yeah.
fall asleep in the spaghetti.
Well, there's a prime example of this is Tulsi Gabbard was just she wrote a book, and she's traveling the country, signing, doing presentations, meet and greet. She was in New Hampshire. I was intrigued. So I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I have no denomination, no affiliation of anything of that nature. So I said, I want to find out who this person was. I went up to Epping, and I met Tulsi Gabbard. I wanted to find out who this person was, because I have a feeling she's one of those in that list of possible VPs coming in the future with her military background as well as her congressional background.
Could be.
Interesting. You said something. On Fox News this morning, the Trump campaign has sent out papers to possible vice presidential candidates for them to fill out, the net worth stuff, all that stuff.
It's long. It took me for hours to get that thing done.
Yeah,
You too.
it was a nightmare. So there was a tease for later on in the hour. I had to come up here. I couldn't find out who the three were.
Oh, really?
The top three, because they mentioned. Now they showed Marco Rubio's face, so he's obviously one.
In the running.
Who would the other two be? Would he have the ability?
Tim Scott was the other one. I know that.
Yeah, but he's a nice guy,
Right.
but he's not.
I'm of the belief it's a 12-year plan.
Yes,
This is a 12-year plan.
yes,
Because if we're unhappy with what's going on right now, the person that's going to take over for the next 4 years, they're looking at their VP is going to be the next 8-year person.
8-year candidate. Right.
That has to be. I mean, we got to fix what's going on.
Yeah.
We really do. I'm tired of paying $5.69 for a loaf of bread.
yeah. Do you think that Trump has the flexibility to pick Nikki Haley as his vice president of choice? After what's kind of gone down. Now, she's saying all the right things now.
Yeah, well, they're all.
I think her flippy floppy, she's all over the place. She's not set. I mean, the Democrats want to see her in there because she's so flippy floppy.
Well,
she has no spine,
here's the thing. She scores higher in the polls than Trump does.
which makes no sense at all. Well,
it
what
does.
poll are you
It
looking at?
does. The
that-
women.
But I understand that. But what poll are we looking at? You can't believe a poll that you read. You really can't because
Well,
they're.
I look at Rasmussen,
real?
but I look at the Politico poll, which is a polling of all the polls, and they come up with an average. She beats Trump by 7 points. I mean, she could guarantee,
Well-
I think, the election for him.
I do too.
The words have
I
stuck in
think
their
if she
heads so
ran-
long.
She would wipe Biden right off the. He wouldn't even be. He wouldn't. He'd be something in the dust.
Yeah.
Well, his words, the Trump's words, have stuck in their heads so deep that you can't remove them.
Well, that
His tweets and all that
he
stuff.
also
and-
is a stubborn man.
right.
Now,
And
The-
don't forget,
yep.
no matter what he does, good, bad, or otherwise, it gets reported over and over.
Right.
And
He couldn't buy that much
amplified on,
publicity.
too, yeah.
He couldn't buy that
No.
much publicity.
Front page every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Now, the lead-in to the story about Trump, he was on with Kennedy last night, and the correspondent that was setting it up for Stuart Varney said, "This was a totally different Donald Trump. This was a very humble Donald Trump."
You've seen that in his travels around the country. And his mouth has been squelched, so to speak.
It has to be.
His words aren't as harsh.
If he can keep traveling the country and going into fire departments and going into pizza joints and
Exactly.
going to American Legion meetings and talking to businessmen, he's going to win.
Yeah.
Well, here's my question for you. As your boss, as a person that was your boss over the years, did you like your boss? Did you like the person that was in charge of whatever work you were doing or whatever that
I had
told you
some
what
that I
to
did
do.
and some I couldn't stand.
Yeah, I had multiple bosses. One that I became very good friends with.
You're always going to have the one that you don't like at all,
Yeah, oh yeah.
that
Oh,
drives
yeah.
you nuts,
Yeah.
that sends you through the roof.
Yeah, I had him.
This
too.
is the man.
I had him.
I
too.
had him.
This was the man.
But the one boss I had that I really liked and became very good friends with was not a strong person.
Right.
And he was just a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think his true colors came out on Shark Tank when he did that show. If anybody ever watched that, if you guys ever
I
watched
never
that.
watched it.
And when he was on Shark Tank, his true colors really came through. He was a businessman first and a personable person, wasn't even in the running for top 5.
Oh, personal. He's deplorable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where people are forgetting. You know, you're looking for somebody that's going to do the job right. You're not looking for somebody you like. You want it done right. And that's what
And
people are forgetting.
in business, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, and he
People
personifies
want,
that.
They want both. They want somebody that they like, and they want somebody that
Well, yeah,
can do the
that-
job right.
That defines a politician.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to have the glad hander and the guy that can run it.
Right.
By the way, we got another quick little article here. Armed men burn school for girls in Pakistan. They used kerosene to set fire to a girls' school. And 2 other girls' schools in the region were bombed this month. That's quite a spot over in Pakistan. And in some of the other places in the Middle East, what they do to women. Why is there no outrage in this country about it? Why aren't the women saying, how
Bill?
can these people do that?
How can you take or justify, or how can you even imagine somebody joining a religion voluntarily as a woman that's going to be you're going to be discriminated against? We went in Islam. Look, there's no sense in hiding it here. That's what we're talking about. Is that a woman's status is somewhere less than a camel, but more than a goat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where they fit in the hierarchy.
Yeah, and how well, it's just impossible for me to believe. But yet
they'll-
you would think that the women in this country, there are women of blah 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 or whatever, Iran, you name it, Pakistan, are being slaughtered. Oh, India.
India.
It's okay to rape a woman in India.
Our media is at the failure for this.
Armenia? Yeah.
Our media.
Oh, our media. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so,
sure.
I mean, with them not reporting on things like this, they'll put it 6 pages back or whatever. Whoever reads a newspaper anymore, or even reads Microsoft, their news. When do you see those kinds of things reported in the front page? They'd
Well,
much rather see
look at the article
Trump.
we picked that up.
Yeah.
Look at how small
There it
that
is. It's in the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But-
saw that. It was in the Globe.
Yeah.
About the same size.
Yeah. Biggest lies. It's for the children.
Oh my God. How many times have you heard
Which
that?
ones?
Well, here in Norfolk.
How many times
Okay.
a teacher strike
Yeah.
looking for an 8% raise? Well, it's not for us. It's
No,
for the
it's for
children.
the children.
But you got to pay for the bus to get there.
Oh no, you got to pay for the new school too. That's what we hear when it's time for a new school around here. It's for the
Children.
It's for the teachers' union, and the teachers and the teachers' aides.
So they have become more powerful than the Teamsters.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think so.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
They're able to strike when it's illegal.
Yeah,
They don't go to jail.
right.
This one kills me. She doesn't know she's sitting on a gold mine.
I don't want to touch that because there's some dirty jokes about that.
That's the woman that you can sell your insurance.
I know.
Yeah. People don't know they can sell their insurance, even term insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called cash value. All you have to do is call the insurance company and ask, what's the cash value on my account?
Yeah.
That thing about sitting on a gold mine with your insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that ad one night. I said to Monica, I said, I told you all these years you've been sitting on a gold mine. Oh, you filthy pig. Because she knew what I was referring to.
I inherited the worst economy in 50 years. Joseph Biden.
I know. I've heard that one
Yeah.
a few times.
He inherited a blowing and going economy.
I got a picture on my phone of $1.50 gallon gas.
Yeah.
April 19th, 2019.
My Bidenomics has created 7 to 9 million new jobs. No, that's what the people coming back from the pandemic. That's what that was.
They're not reporting half of the stuff that they need to report.
The borders are under control.
What border?
That's crazy.
Biden has never been to the border. He went down there once as president,
he wasn't-
but he never got close to
He
it
didn't
at all.
go to the border.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter if they go to the border or not, because they don't.
And
they,
what
there's
was
nothing
that-
to
what
do
was that
about
response?
It. And they're
And I
only
haven't
showing
been-
what they want. Somebody else wants them to see.
That's exactly
What was
right.
that response from Kamala? And I haven't been to England either, or something of that nature. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
But there are certain, you with $1.50 gallon of gas. That there's so much misunderstanding
Yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
petrol.
Yeah.
I mean, people think that if we got all kinds of oil, we should be in a washing for all the oil we're pulling out we can't use. We don't have the refineries for it.
Right.
We got to send it to someplace else.
Closed
and
all the
buy-
refineries.
Yeah, go someplace else
Yep,
and
I
then
know.
get back the
And
product.
under the Biden administration, there's not going to be any
Gas, period.
new refineries built.
No.
And they're going to have to blast the EPA out of the way to get some built. And that's going to be a 4-year project.
Well, the word is save the planet. No, the planet's going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
It's save the race, save the human race, not save the
Yeah, the
planet.
planet will be. You're right.
The planet's going to be here.
If it's a burnt cylinder,
it's totally a misnomer
Yeah.
by an extreme amount of.
It is based on the fact that if we don't do something, the temperature by the year 2500 might be up maybe 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my God!
And in that time, we can't improve air conditioning and come up with other stopgap measures. I mean, come on. I mean, this is,
We can do anything we really want to. if
Of course.
we put our mind to it
yeah.
and commit to it.
Well, look at the Manhattan Project, the atomic bomb. Look at sending a man to the moon. I mean, if we want to do it, we can find a way to do it.
We can find. Yeah, there's so many alternatives for energy alternatives. You know, we're sitting on one that we've let practically die, and that's nuclear.
Yeah, and guess what? They're discovering it. The left is discovering
There's
it.
down to look at it and say, well, maybe we should take a second look
Yeah.
at this.
We have a natural magnetic force in the world. Why can't we utilize the magnetic force that we have?
right.
We have. Elon closed it down, but they was doing this in Vegas. They were doing a transportation tube that would run
Yeah,
through magnetic force,
yeah.
and it would only be the initial half a mile or mile, and it would get up to 600 miles an
Called
hour,
maglev,
and it would
magnetic
never,
levitation.
yeah, and it would
Yeah.
never have to be
In fact,
initiated in any other
there's
power.
a short session of that in Japan or one of they have used it now.
Yeah.
But he had one where he put it in a tunnel in a vacuum,
Yeah, that's
so
it.
there was no
Right.
air resistance
exactly,
either.
no resistance.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, the big corporate entities that make all their money are the ones that are fighting that.
Of course.
Of
There's
course.
always,
Want anything
there's
to-
always a very good idea. Somebody else says that's a bad idea
Right.
for me, so I'm going to fight
It's
you.
like the air conditioner in your apartment.
Yeah.
There's
So-
an air conditioning unit that's a little tiny block that'll cool the entire apartment. Can we get those?
It's all-
No.
All depends on whose ox is being gored.
That's right.
Absolutely.
One last one on the biggest lies. The president is the hardest working man I've seen. He's nonstop work and in control of everything. Karen Jean Pierre.
We haven't had a
And-
hard-working president for
Well,
since
President Biden flew to France
yeah,
for the D-Day ceremonies.
ceremony.
He came down off the plane and they announced that he's going to his hotel and canceled any appearances at all.
He's not well.
He's tired,
I call
he
him
had to go to bed.
bidentia because he is in full stage dementia. There's no doubt about it.
Well, so that brings me up to this subject. The Wall Street Journal this morning has a blurb on the front page, and you open it up, and the entire second page is about President Biden's mental acuity or or whatever. This is scary.
Of course
you,
it is.
you know, you and I talked about this, by the way. And I mentioned the fact that I really felt sorry for Biden.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, he's being humiliated.
He should be enjoying the last years of his life.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? So you and I talked about that. I think it was the last show or the show before the last show. Liz Peek this morning on the Fox Network said in her monologue the exact same words. I feel so sorry for this man.
Yep.
We're laughing at him, and that's not right.
Yep.
And you know what, Dwayne? They're watching our show,
Of course they are.
and she is stealing our stuff.
I hate it when they
We
do
get that a lot.
Yep. Boy, I'm telling you.
You just gotta watch
Our
podcasts.
copyright here is a little bit on the weak
You
side.
guys don't watch podcasts. You
Andrew?
got to do that.
Now, Dwayne, I got something here with a question mark.
He's ignoring you.
Shaking his
Andrew.
head.
He's ignoring you.
Did Iran ever make the following threat? When we get the nuclear bomb, the first one goes to Israel and the second to the United States.
I have no idea.
I-
We always heard that they're dedicated to the elimination of the state of Israel. So it's whether they actually.
You know, I will have to go home and Google that. But I had that thought this morning. It's sticking in what's left of my mind.
I don't trust them. That's
No.
for damn sure.
If this happens, what will the U.S. response be?
That's a $64,000 question.
Yeah.
Does MAD kick in here? Mutual assured destruction?
Certainly hope not.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, this is kind of like Benjamin Button. We're going backwards. We are reverting back to 47 years ago when we had the hostage situation in Iran.
Yep.
We're blaming Iran for everything, and they're the bad guys, and they're the ones that are causing all the problems. And it's, do you believe everything you hear or read or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, I do. With Iran, I definitely do. Because we get most of our information from either Israel or from Saudi Arabia. And they're both singing the same song.
Yeah.
And if I could pick out one thing that I wish Biden had never done, and that was insult the Saudis.
Right.
Now, the Saudis were involved in 9/11. Okay, we're never going to know the truth about 9/11. Never. Just like the Kennedy assassination, we're never going to know the truth. But I'll tell you what, every country in the Middle East is more or less afraid of Iran.
Oh, absolutely, because a
And
theocracy like that doesn't rule rationally.
that's correct.
They rule emotionally.
Kim, the president or the dictator of,
Jong-un.
of
North Korea.
North Korea, is sending balloons
Well, garbage.
with garbage, excrement,
Really?
and all kinds of things to South Korea.
Oh, really?
Well, they've
Yeah.
been involved, the two of them, in a
trying to-
balloon war.
They're tr-
Whenever the winds are right, South Korea
they're
would load
antagonizing
up
each
balloons with a lot of stuff with what North Korea called propaganda, and they would put in there CDs and books and pamphlets and stuff. And what they smart did, they put in a 5 dong note of money in there.
Money, yeah.
Because the North, they don't have any. They don't have any. Right, they'd see the balloon. Well, they'd right away rip that package open to get that.
Right.
And the North got so damn mad about it, they started throwing garbage on theirs,
Oh.
and then floating the garbage over the. I think.
My point was, this is about the first time I've ever agreed with North Korea.
Yeah.
If somebody was bombarding my country with propaganda, I'd do the same thing.
What a good way to get rid of your
Yeah,
trash,
yeah.
too.
Oh, man.
Takes a lot of helium to get that stuff in the air, I bet.
I'm telling
Yeah, they got pretty good sized balloons.
Yeah.
you. Oh,
Did you see the price of tonight's the first game of the Celtics?
no.
Did you see the going price? You and I aren't going. Maybe he will, but he's got a lot of money. But
Yeah, boy.
But you and I aren't going to be buying no damn ticket. for
Well, let's lay the prices
I think
on
they're
me.
going to. First of
know-
all, I agree that they got to start looking at Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Yeah, they're ripping people off
Oh,
huge.
my God.
Yeah.
Game 1 and 2. That's where the cheapest are. Ace is the lowest. It's $850 to walk in the door. That means if you got a seat, you got to walk around and hang around. $1,179, $1,700, and then it goes up into $1,400 and $2,740.
That
Now-
must be downstairs, sidelines.
No.
No?
We're talking about bleacher up in the
Really?
lower. Yeah. Now StubHub was the highest.
Okay.
Game 1. Now you've got to remember, the further you buy tickets down into the series, the more expensive they get.
Yep.
So it'd be Game 1 in here, then 3 and 4 go to
Right.
Texas, then 5 comes
That
back
goes
here,
1,
6
1,
go
and
there,
1.
and 7 comes back. That's the biggie. But
Right.
you may not get there. But
Right. Depends on how much money they need.
Yep. That's what I always said too. Club seats, $6,000.
Well,
First middle level, $14,899 for the lower middle level.
wow.
And if you want to invest in Game 7, balcony, $18,350. Club seats, $30,704. And if you want the seats down on the floor, $59,600.
So somebody's selling their Bitcoin.
Selling something.
I guess I'll probably just watch it on TV.
I think I will too.
Yeah. Although, that brings up a sore subject.
What,
That woman.
You're not allowed to watch.
Oh, I can watch it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I got a TV upstairs.
That woman? Which that woman?
That the color announcer on the broadcast on ESPN, Burke, her name is Doris Burke.
Yeah, I know she is.
Yeah, Mike Breen is a good play-by-play announcer. He cut his eye teeth on Imus in the morning. He was the news broadcaster on Imus.
Yeah, he
back
was.
when he was a kid.
The Breen, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And,
I used to listen to Imus. so I did.
Imus would pick on him
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
But I can't listen. They have another color guy. He's an ex-basketball player, fringe player. And he says things like, now, You take a look at Brown on that play. Boy, now that's a good defensive play. Gets his left leg right out there, doesn't he, Doris?
Yeah.
He feeds her
He feeds her what the hell.
these one-liners like
Right.
she's a cripple.
Sure.
And she's there,
It happens with everything.
the token woman.
Everything.
Yep.
It's
The
not
one I-
token, so to speak, as it is. They're doing it in every aspect of our viewing pleasure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everything, from news to everything.
everything.
Yeah,
Commercials,
we're getting led.
unbelievable.
The leading is
Absolutely.
amazing. Yeah.
But speaking of ESPN, the one I can't stand listening to, her name is Beth Morin.
What's she do?
Well, she's doing more and more, and she's going to be in the NFL stuff now. She's got this type voice that's
Nice.
way up there, hurts your ears,
I haven't watched
and then add a upper state New York
Nasal twang.
nasal, dragged out vowel sound to it. And I thought, oh my God! The first time I heard her, she was doing women's college softball. I couldn't even listen to her.
Yeah.
You know, I like watching that women's college softball.
I do too.
Well, those
damn good.
Those girls can field.
Yep.
And
And-
throw.
yes.
Yeah, they don't throw like girls. That's
No.
for damn sure. And some of them don't look like girls either. But
But it's almost like baseball used to be.
yeah.
That's,
Oh, you're a sports guy. I got a question for you. Why on a baseball field as opposed to a softball field is all the grass taken out of the whole infield on a softball field, where in a baseball field they just have the path that they
Because
take?
the size of the softball, it slows the ball down significantly.
Okay.
And they want the speed. Because it's called soft ball, it doesn't move as quickly.
That's why they took the grass out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was an all Air Force slow pitch softball.
Okay.
And so I played for 20 years.
I could never understand why they stripped all the grass.
Yep. It's because of the
completely on
fact that it
infield. Okay.
slows the ball down that much,
Figured it had to
and it
be
makes
something.
it easier for the player to retrieve the ball.
Okay.
You want to speed that up, make it more of a challenge for
well,
the players.
and not only that, but the home plate to first base is much shorter.
Much
Right.
shorter.
Much
yeah.
closer,
So
yep.
they've got to get the
60
ball
versus
faster
90.
to the field.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it's
why you
60
see a lot of
versus
the
90.
softball
Yep.
pitchers wear
Yep.
the face mask.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Esquire magazine. I thought they were out of business.
I did too.
Oh, wait, but you're going to get this.
All right.
Now, my father-in-law, Big Al, has been dead for 14 years. He got this yesterday as a trial subscription.
Really?
Your father-in-law did?
Yeah. I can't find him, so.
Okay.
So
Well,
he's on the voter
I'll
list.
give it back to him when I'm
You
done.
want to check and see if he's still on the voting list.
And
Yeah.
a double page
Kiplinger.
Kiplinger's. But I'll tell you what, it's about as good as a single page. By the way, China owns 347,000 prime acres of farmland here in the Midwest. Does this make you feel good?
No. I don't.
You know they had a police station they closed down, right? In Oklahoma. The Chinese actually had their own police station in Oklahoma that the U.S. found out about, and they actually
Oh yeah, they
closed
did.
it
That's
down.
right, because they had a representation here to catch dissidents from China.
And they had there was a mass murder in Oklahoma with one of the Chinese people macheted, killed 6 people. And this was about a year and a half ago. And it was all because of the drugs and the human trafficking, because they were interfering with their human trafficking. And that's what they're coming up with. This is the stuff that's going on in our country that we're not hearing about.
Well, here's another little tidbit. Since last October, 30,000 Chinese nationals have entered the country illegally. How's that make you feel?
Well, and what age are they? Between the 18 and 30
there you go.
age,
They seem to be.
single,
Yep.
male.
Yeah.
So that tells you something about a military force that
About
is
half of
coming
them, yeah.
into our country.
Yep.
Now, one thing I didn't bring up on the town forum report was, do you know what age group they're considering adult for the shelters.
know what? I don't.
21 and above. So in other words, children, they're considering up to the age of 21
Oh my God.
for this
There's a
particular
lot of
shelter.
20-year-olds that are adults.
But as far as the state is concerned, up to the age of 21, they're considering as children. So just to give everyone a heads up on that one.
Well, here's another little
I got one hook on that. Go ahead.
thing that's bothering me. The price of oil yesterday fell to $73.50 a barrel.
Yep.
So why not start refilling our strategic oil reserve that Biden stupidly all but drained? That's our fail-safe mechanism for energy independence, and Biden wasted it trying to reduce prices at the pump to win votes. Answer to my question: he won't do it. He's going to leave it to Trump to handle, and then bitch about it.
It's his subordinates. It's not even him.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? When I say Biden, I mean the Biden
The
administration.
right.
Yeah, because that is what came out in that full one page. I couldn't read the whole thing, but I picked out some things. They're talking about, well, here's a group that is telling him about foreign policy.
Right.
Here's a group talking to him about domestic policy.
Yeah.
Here's a group on the borders and so on, healthcare, you name it. But there's a group that is telling him what to do. And they say now, one of the things, because there's a couple of cheap shots in there too, probably, but they say he can't walk across the room without that little piece of paper
Yep.
telling him where to go.
Right. Well, it might be prior administration also directing the show.
Oh, I think it is. Well, you're talking about Obama.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I believe Obama, John Kerry, and there was a lady advisor, a black lady, that was one of Obama's really close confidants. I think the other ones are stirring
Oh, that
pot.
Victoria.
Victoria, yes.
No, she's not black. She's white. But Victoria is something. Yeah. I know
No,
her now.
it's a black lady.
Okay, that's a different one. Okay.
And it's as smart as a whip.
Yeah.
But not only just the farmland, college education seats in prime universities going to people from China. We're educating them in a high-tech
Right.
education. They're going back home to China to compete with us.
Yep.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Well, you know what else doesn't make any sense? Is in certain universities, we are
Like a
trying desperately
Yeah.
to get minority people, guys, girls,
Okay, go ahead.
educated. All right? So, with the current constraints and the plans and all the guidelines, the professors have to be, in order to get minority professors, they've got to dumb down the tests for the professors.
Well, yeah, they're
be
doing it with the
hired.
students and the professors.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here is a group that needs an outstanding professor or professors to help them. And what they do is they get less than a super. They get a dumbed down one.
Right.
Now, how in the hell is that progress?
Well, it's not. But we go so far as to, not too long ago, Iran and their nuclear program, we discovered there was 30 nuclear science students in the United States learning nuclear technology. Not to live here, to go back.
Right.
We're training our worst enemies.
Yeah. Why don't we take them out on the rifle range and let them shoot at us?
I don't know. That's
Well, again, reverting back to 47 years ago,
yeah.
1977, I start after tech school, I start working in the field with Iranians, pilots,
Yeah.
and maintenance technicians learning how to fix the communication and navigation equipment on the F-4 airplanes that we had sold them. And this was back in the 70s. So we're back to that again. We're just teaching them stuff so that they can.
And
But
paper
that
da-
was,
They can keep
those
competing.
were purchased by the Shah.
Right.
Yeah, before the revolution. over there,
exactly.
yeah. So we were friends with the Shah.
today in the Globe's got a big article today on it. They're trying to stop trained U.S. and ally pilots from going to China and training their pilots.
Right.
Doug Schoen, Schoen. You see him on TV a lot. He is a Democratic consultant and also a pollster, but he works mainly for
Okay.
Democratic candidates.
Okay.
But I find him very interesting. He's an old-fashioned centrist. He's not far left, and he decries the far left.
So he's sensible.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wrote an editorial last week bemoaning the failings of Biden. He says only Biden insiders are running the re-election campaign. They have frozen out the Democratic Party regulars and want no outside the White House help. All they have is Trump haters, and that's the only strategy they have. Bidenomics is a joke and is being avoided. Schoen says they're not listening to anyone.
He's totally right, but he's only half there.
Yeah.
He's totally right in that it's the insiders that are running
Yeah.
that group.
Yeah.
But the same things happen on the other side. That's the aisle.
Right.
It's the megas that are running
Right.
that group.
Right.
Oh, there's no question.
There's no question. The sensible
why is
Republicans today
Why is
have
McConnell
no
still
voice.
there?
The center has disappeared.
Yep.
And I don't know how the hell that's going to
it's
repair
got
itself.
got so friends of ours. This show is seen in Texas, by the way,
Yeah.
And Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Minnesota,
nice.
Dakotas, California,
Franklin.
Franklin. Yeah, when they
Franklin.
picked the town,
We got
picked it up
locals
there.
too. Okay, good.
But
Hi.
my Texas contacts and friends said that Texas has gone to two types of Republicans. They refer to them. I never saw that here, but you're either a MAGA Republican or you're a Bush Republican. If you're a centrist or a not extreme, you're a Bush Republican. And they refer to each other as, well, he's a MAGA Republican or
yeah.
he's a Bush Republican.
Right.
They should be able to work together.
You should be, but they don't
But
like
they
each
don't.
other.
They don't like each other.
Why don't we want to make America great again?
Well, we do.
Okay.
But that has become a,
It's gone to the extreme, and it's called the extreme right.
yeah, well, see, they've adopted that
Yeah. Right.
that thing, just like they adopted sometime,
The far left.
oh yeah,
The
far left.
Republican values have been dumped down the tubes.
Oh God, yeah, we don't.
And now it's the MAGA values.
If you brought a Republican back, say he even 10 years ago, and he'd say, well, who the hell are they?
Right.
They're not Republicans.
I think we need common sense values is what we need.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know, I would take George W. Bush back in a heartbeat.
Oh, me too.
He was a good president.
Yep,
And they made fun of him.
that's right.
Oh, his Texas twang and all that. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, we have this. Let's see if we can get through this. This is good. This is a research poll, not politics or economics,
Okay.
but what annoys people the most.
Okay.
Number one,
Yeah.
grocery prices.
Yep, because it affects them. They see it
Sure.
every day.
47%.
Yep, that's something that hits home.
Politicians is in second place.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Other people's driving is third.
Yeah.
Source of our road rage.
Crowds
Yeah, well, yeah, for some parts of the country, that is a problem.
Weather.
Yeah, weather's been,
We complain about it, nothing much we can do about it.
Climate
but
damn
change.
thing we can do about it.
Because people whine about climate change all the time.
Customer service.
that's gone out the way.
That's gone. Yeah, that went with the pandemic.
I was
Social-
mad yesterday.
Media trends.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the social is out of control.
This is my favorite, the tipping culture.
Yep.
Oh, that tip. I got you. I thought we were talking about tipping cows.
No, there's no such thing as that.
TV
You city
too
guys keep bringing
loud.
that up. What? TV
The
too
TV
loud?
too loud.
Well, not for me. I can't hear.
That's right.
Yeah.
Constant chatter about AI.
Yeah, well, see, the problem there is 95% of people don't know what the hell it is.
That's right.
They label other stuff as AI, and it's not AI.
And if you say to somebody smart, what the hell is AI?
Well, they got an idea, but it's wrong.
Cost of concert tickets.
Oh, my God. That ain't us but answering that one.
Big tech billionaires.
I'm not worried about them.
Parking your car problems. And this, I'll be willing to bet you, is women that are driving these huge SUVs
Yeah, it's
in parking lots. and
very
they can't-
urban, very urban,
Yeah.
too.
And movies that are too dark, not meaning the picture, but meaning the content.
Right.
But that's,
And
that's
one other question they asked:
What?
when do people become grumpy? And the age of grumpiness begins at age 42.
Okay.
He's kind of young, but
I think it's the average probably
Interesting.
got pulled
Okay.
down a little bit. But I was grumpy at 42.
oh,
I was grumpy at 7.
I got one more on that.
Go ahead.
It's the bastardization of the white male.
Oh,
You go.
We are
it-
worthless human beings.
You look at the commercials. I mean, the wife or the woman, she's got everything under control, and he's a bumbling idiot.
We just sit around and watch TV and ask for chips and beer.
Oh yeah, and we can't figure anything
Right,
out
yeah.
ourselves.
We don't mow the lawn. We don't do
No.
anything. No.
U.S. missionaries, religious leader gunned down in Haiti. And that's the headlines. And that's the end of my feeling sorry for Haiti.
Yeah, well,
They've lost control of their country. They
That's it.
apparently don't want to do anything about it or can't do anything about it. But we can't get involved in that.
no.
It's a quagmire.
Haiti has been trouble since
Yeah.
since
If we don't get
1930s.
serious about it, we just go
1930s.
take over this whole side of the continent or the world. You
Well,
know?
again, it's like Latin America. We didn't pay any attention to it.
Right.
We
just-
did in 1932 when we put the Marines in there.
We could turn our border into the coastline, which would consist of North America, South America, Central America, all the way up into Greenland and
Okay.
Canada.
Not bad thought.
he wants us to.
Quit. We're calling it
that's
done.
Well, folks, listen. I'm glad you tuned in, and I promise you that in 2 weeks we'll be back, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Hopefully you liked
have
it.
no choice in the matter.
Yeah, and we will
Thanks for the invite.
have, and you're invited back again.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
We will chat about this and about 5,000 other things. And rather than me dominate the next one, I'm going to make you two guys come up with some topics too.
Oh,
Well, I got a whole pile here. Again.
oh my goodness.
Oh boy!
Pressure's on now.
By the way, I don't think there's going to be a ceasefire in the Middle East either. That's just one last.
No, I don't think that not part of Netanyahu's vocabulary.
No, it's not, and I'm not sure that the U.S. is totally sold on it, but they figure they have to do something.
Money's too good.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
No. All right. Good night, folks. Or good morning, or whatever.